blows one up, but goes 364.4 at 334 miles an hour. It popped at the stripe. 290. Look at the mile an hour. That's the fastest speed in history. 302.69 miles an hour to the eighth. That is the fastest eighth mile speed by a bunch ever. That is ridiculous. And if that thing had lived all the way to the stripe, it was probably going to go even quicker than that. And speed-wise, that car was probably going to run close to 340 miles an hour. In an adventuresome first-round matchup, John Force on the property this weekend, of course, overseeing the team, the Monster Energy Top Fuel Dragster. David Grubnick, John Collins have been doing a great job tuning this car, and if Brittany wins this weekend, or when she wins her next race, she will tie Shirley Muldowney in the all-time win list in Top Fuel Drag Racing. The great legend, the three-time NHRA champion, and certainly one of the most groundbreaking automobile racers of all time in any genre. And Brittany Force is on the precipice of tying Shirley on the all-time win list. We look at that 17 career wins for Brittany, 18 career national event victories for Shirley. A career that spanned the decades as Brittany Force brings her car into the water box against Tony Stewart. Right trailer's onboard camera showing those giant Goodyear slicks growing, and here comes the direct connection top fueler of Tony Stewart. Both drivers heat the tires to get ready to back up. Tony, on paper, raw performance-wise, we have been looking at this Monster Energy car differently since the countdown last year when they turned the corner. We know, and if those of you that follow NHRA social media, if you don't, you should be, we know that Brittany ran 302 in the eighth during testing, but for this man, Tony Stewart, he has redoubled his efforts in Top Fuel. The man who is in the NASCAR Hall of Fame, the 2024 Rookie of the Year, is still waiting for his first win.
You almost have to disregard the fact that we called him a rookie. I mean, it was his first year in Top Fuel. There are a lot of things to learn in these machines. They perform and feel and accelerate so much differently than anything that he's ever driven. However, he is battle-born. This guy came with race experience. There's Spike Leah watching on the starting line, but he's got his hands full. And I think for the drivers, they saw exactly what happened in front of them. They have to make the adjustment just like the tuners. Tuners have to adjust the car in hope that it gets down to the finish line under power. That's a perfect run, but the driver has to make an adjustment. In the event this car loses traction, they have to be ready.
Brittany smokes immediately, pitch sideways. Tony Stewart will record a first-round victory at 372, 72.2, 329 miles an hour. And listen, that looks mighty stout when we've seen three cars smoke the tires already.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of the conditions changing. It's an insane thing that happens that tuners, with rain threatening, they want to wait. They want to wait for the track temperature to come up. It's not always going to be perfect. The tuners have to make the adjustment, adjust the engine, adjust the clutch. If you don't do it, this is what happens. You can see Brittany Force, her car just loses traction instantly. There's not a lot of drives that a driver can do, especially when Tony Stewart, now they made the right adjustments. They were a little more conservative. They didn't sock it to it.
They kept all 8 cylinders lit too.
All 8 cylinders, and with the kind of humidity, they made all the right adjustments. And more than likely, they had a lot of good data, but this is just called hitting your marks in terms of the tune-up. And of course, the driver did his job, keeping the car centered in the racetrack.
The fresh look for the direct connection Top Fuel Dragster. Fired up is Leah Pruitt. She's going to go back to the pits and give Dominic, their new son, a squeeze as the crew will service the engine for the first time in 2025.